There is no such thing as bad publicity.
Oh my gosh, we're really in this. We can't go back. You can't reverse. You can't disappear and go away.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 celebrity feuds. For this list, we're looking at feuds between famous people, whether they're political, moral, work-related, or based on egos.
Made a very bad business decision, one that I thought was in bad taste.
However, we are excluding jabs and battles that took place in the music industry, as we already have several lists on that topic, including the top 10 hip-hop feuds and rivalries. Number 8, Chris Brown versus Drake. The top 10 music feuds and rivalries. Number 7, Madonna versus Lady Gaga. And top 10 in-band feuds.
People around the world say what a great guitar player Kirk is, and what a piece of shit I am.
Now, put up your dukes and let's get down to it.
Your ass has viral media. Well, that's coming from someone who's a whore.
Number 10, Michael Bay versus Megan Fox. While viewers flocked to the cinema to see Optimus Prime and Megatron fight it out on the big screen in 2009's Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen, they may or may not have known there was also a feud going on behind the scenes.
It looks like your distributor cap's a little loose.
Megan Fox reportedly compared director Michael Bay, with whom she had worked on the first Transformers, to Hitler and Napoleon in interviews, and stated that he was hopelessly awkward.
Bay even told GQ that industry legends like Steven Spielberg got wind of her comments and encouraged her termination.
Bay also tossed out a few insults of his own, saying that Fox had a lot of growing up to do.
But it's not true. My crew knows it's not true. And my producers know it's not true.
The result was Fox's character being written out of the third installment.
No, whoa, chill. It's just a mask. See?
While the duo supposedly patched things up while working on 2014's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the feud did last for several years, with Bay saying he knew the comments were just Megan being Megan.
Megan was great. Yeah, she's always fun.
Number 9. John Gosselin versus Kate Gosselin.
Kate tells People, I remember just looking at him and thinking I wouldn't choose to marry that exact person right now, so why am I here?
Nothing to make a few celebs throw down the gauntlet quite like a public scandal and divorce.
It changed color. I was like, And she's like, you should have checked the roots before you marry me. I'm like, yeah, I should have, shouldn't I?
The former reality TV couple, who starred with their children in John and Kate Plus 8, have been firing shots back and forth at one another since at least 2009, when they announced their separation on the show.
While John was living it up in Saint-Tropez, Kate was back in Wernersville, Pennsylvania, keeping her routine.
The bullets include accusations of womanizing and overspending on John's part, and accusations of inflexible and demanding behavior along with poor parenting on Kate's.
I finally stood up on my own 2 feet and I'm proud of myself.
In 2015, a custody battle over one of the former couple's children added a few more layers to this battle.
My goal would be to keep it as quiet as possible for the kids. And when I speak, my yardstick is my kids.
Number 8. Justin Bieber versus Orlando Bloom.
Orlando Bloom apparently threw a punch at Justin Bieber last night during an argument at a nightclub. Yeah, Orlando's hand was pretty sore today, you know, from all the high fives he got.
2 guys in a bar fighting over a woman. While this may seem like a typical Saturday night in many nightclubs, when it involves 2 stars, it's a feud too juicy to ignore.
What a gentleman. What a gentleman. You are being knightly right now.
While there is much speculation about how this feud started, with one theory being that Justin Bieber taunted Orlando Bloom with a comment implying he'd hooked up with Bloom's wife in 2012.
Meets Miranda Kerr, who was then married to Orlando Bloom. Stories come out that the two of them got close.
Footage appears to show that Orlando did throw a punch at Bieber in Ibiza.
By the looks of a video, it looks like Orlando goes to throw the punch, Justin kind of ducks, and his bodyguard kind of deflects the punch from actually making contact.
To add fuel to the fire, Bloom was later linked to Justin's on-again, off-again girlfriend, Selena Gomez.
If I was your boyfriend, never let you go, keep you on my arm, girl, you never be alone.
Number 7. Anthony Bourdain versus Paula Deen.
He told TV Guide, quote, "The worst, most dangerous person to America is clearly Paula Deen."
If you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. Our number 7 pick is a food fight that cannot be cleaned up with a rag or mop.
And she's proud of the fact that her food is bleeping bad for you, plus her food, fill in the blank.
This feud between chefs Anthony Bourdain and Paula Deen goes back a few years and includes the former accusing the latter of being the most dangerous person to America because of her unhealthy cooking. And he later made a joke out of her diabetes diagnosis.
And then turn around and roll out a $500 a month diabetes treatment. I find that an excruciatingly bad taste.
However, not one to sit back. Paula blasted Anthony, saying he needed to get a life, and hinted that his high-priced foods were pretentious and inconsiderate of the average American's budget.
Maybe it is bad for you, but I don't go around eating or serving unwashed anuses of wildebeest.
Number 6, Sean Avery versus Dion Phaneuf.
And Phaneuf bear hugs Avery, and now he gives him a little left shot and drops Avery to the ice.
When you go to a hockey game, you expect to see a fight or two. But these two hockey stars took their gloves off outside the rink as well.
It's become like a common thing in the NHL for guys to fall in love with my sloppy seconds. I don't know what that's about, but enjoy the game tonight.
When Dallas Stars player Sean Avery discovered that his ex-girlfriend Elisha Cuthbert was dating someone from another team, the Calgary Flames' Dion Phaneuf, he made a very public and very rude statement about other hockey players going after his ex-girlfriends.
It's too far for Avery, being chased down. Now this is interesting. Avery and Phaneuf, a little history there.
The comment got Avery suspended from the NHL, while Phaneuf later married Cuthbert.
She does such a good job of decorating the condo, and I love Christmas, so.
Number 5, Martha Stewart versus Gwyneth Paltrow.
Martha Stewart is slamming Gwyneth Paltrow. Have you heard about this? A couple of people have? Well, come closer to the TV, I'll break it down.
Happy homemakers, these two are not, at least on the topic of one another.
Martha previously said that if Gwyneth, quote, were confident in her acting, she wouldn't be trying to be Martha Stewart. While the actress fired back by saying that she was, quote, psyched that she sees us as competition.
When Gwyneth Paltrow attempted a foray into the lifestyle world with Goop, Martha Stewart was less than pleasant about it. She said in an interview that Paltrow should just be quiet and not try to, quote, be Martha Stewart. Gwyneth responded to the diss by stating,
I am so psyched that she sees us as competition.
And joked about Stewart's comments.
Preheat your oven to 300 degrees and you're going to bake this for 40 minutes.
The two then took things a step further when Stewart posted a recipe for conscious coupling pie, likely a jab at Paltrow's conscious uncoupling with ex-husband Chris Martin. To which Paltrow responded with a recipe that appears to target Martha's former status as an inmate, a jailbird cake.
Behold, the jailbird cake, featured currently on Goop's recipes page. The dessert includes chocolate wafers, whipping cream, vanilla extract, powdered sugar, and milk chocolate shavings, and honestly, it looks delicious.
Number 4, Katherine Heigl versus Judd Apatow.
Somebody say something that makes me angry!
These two Hollywood heavyweights are the second set of feuding actors and directors to appear on our list.
I'm naked.
Yeah.
Do we have sex?
Yes.
Nice.
During an interview with Vanity Fair about Knocked Up, Katherine Heigl made some comments about the way in which the director, Judd Apatow, portrayed women in the film, i.e., quote, it's a little sexist.
I'm really sorry about all that. That was really inappropriate.
It's okay, it happens all the time here.
Apatow did not respond immediately, but in a later interview along with actor Seth Rogen, he responded with comments about Katherine's latest movie role in The Ugly Truth, and how it seemed to show women in an even worse manner.
You know what? Just say into the camera you're watching E! Entertainment.
Congratulations.
Just give me that. No, Steve, don't be an asshole.
Number 3, Charlie Sheen versus Chuck Lorre.
I'm by winning. I win here and I win there. Now what?
This is a feud that may or may not involve tiger blood. Charlie Sheen has been in and out of the public eye for his antics throughout the years, and in 2011, they ultimately led to his firing from the sitcom 2.5 Men.
Charlie owes me $38,000 for some, let's say, pharmaceuticals.
Sheen basically called the series creator Chuck Lorre a narcissist, and then in 2015, he threatened him following the sitcom's finale.
I see you, you little worm. I see you behind your plastic smile, your bitchy pout, and your desperate need to be liked.
Lorre fired back with comments about Charlie's drug use, hiring of hookers, and other erratic behavior. While Lori repeatedly wants to put it all behind them these days, Sheen does not seem to share the sentiment.
And in an open letter, he called Lori a contaminated little maggot. I wish him nothing but pain.
Number 2. Donald Trump versus Rosie O'Donnell.
If I were running The View, I'd fire Rosie. I mean, I'd look her right in that fat, ugly face of hers. I'd say, Rosie, you're fired.
Our number 2 feud on the list is a battle between two individuals that are no stranger to making waves.
Left the first wife, had an affair, left the second wife, had an affair, had kids both time, but he's the moral compass for 20-year-olds in America.
After Donald Trump allowed Miss USA Tara Conner to keep her crown following her confession of drug use, Rosie O'Donnell called Trump's morality into question and insulted his hair.
And then she started to cry. She did. So I just want to thank Donald for giving me a second chance.
It was brilliant.
And there he is, hair looping, going, everyone deserves a second chance.
She also called him a snake oil salesman, not one to let a slam slide. Trump fired back by stating Rosie had a low IQ and was an unattractive loser.
She's basically a disaster.
O'Donnell has often voiced strong opinions about the actions of others, including a verbal sparring with Tom Selleck over gun control starting in 1999.
You feel attacked? I feel attacked. You feel misunderstood?
I haven't attacked you.
Well, I think that in a different...
I've disagreed with you.
But it's her long-standing feud with the Donald that keeps popping up in the media.
Rosie's show is a complete and total disaster.
Before we reveal our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
She's the Candy's spokesperson for abstinence. She and her son. Because it's got to work this time. This is like saying George Bush kept us safe, except for that 9/11 thing, which doesn't count.
You wouldn't be able to do these awful things to me if I weren't still in this chair. But you are, Blanche. You are in that chair.
Blac has made fun of Kylie's lips, and she also doesn't like Kylie being around her son with Tyga at King Cairo. But then, Kylie changed her Instagram name to King Kylie. Burn.
I'll like study in one place, and you can like study in the slut marsh.
Get out. I'm done with you. I hate you.
Number 1. Jay Leno versus David Letterman.
Because, as you know, a friend of yours is taking over here next May. And you...
Well, I'm sorry, what did you say?
This pick that fought its way to our number 1 slot was a feud dubbed the Late Night Wars.
I'm not angry. I'm not angry at NBC about this. Right. Not angry at Jay Leno about this?
While the two men were originally friends, it seems the bad blood started to flow after Jay Leno was given the job of hosting The Tonight Show following Johnny Carson's retirement.
This is so stupid. Oh, it's supposed to be stupid. That's the great thing about it.
Not only did David Letterman desire the slot, but most people also expected him to get it. So instead, Letterman switched networks from NBC to CBS to host The Late Show.
I'd like to thank the good folks here at CBS for taking the low-key approach to promoting this show.
And thus began the war for late night, as he and Leno began to battle for success among viewers during their time slot over the next 2 decades or so.
What's the matter? We're not getting paid here, you know? I was telling Mavis the other night, hey, we're not getting paid.
At one point, Letterman even called Leno insecure. And when he retired from his hosting spot, Leno refused the invitation to send off the show.
I have no idea where that comes from, because I loud, verbose, maybe insecure. I have to ask Dave about that. I don't quite get that.
Do you agree with our list?
And folks, you had to know this was coming. It was only a matter of time.
Which celebrity feud is your favorite?
Can you smell the rotting dog shit? The fermented puke that is your viscera?
For more heavy-hitting top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
It's okay. What do you think we should do?